Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to explore an unexplored, untapped niche that was responsible for so many channels to actually go viral and make a bunch of money. Right. So, for instance, I have this small channel right here. Do not underestimate this channel. It's called Nashville Bird Cam. They're going live as we speak right now. And basically, what they're doing is they're using AI to create footage or a GIF, and then they're streaming live. They're streaming that GIF live. Now, the GIF essentially must also have some sound effects, or you must play some sound effects along with it. Now, I'll teach you how some of this works right now. And so, without further ado, let's jump straight to it. Now, 59,000 subscribers is what they got. Particularly right here, they have about 33 million views, which is very good. And the reason why I say it's very good is because most of their content is long form content, which means that they have pretty much made a bunch of money. All right. For them to get 33 million views. Now, of course, here I'm not able to locate or spot some of their videos that got the millions of views because I would assume that they probably unpublish some videos. So, this is a common thing with these channels. You might notice that, oh, well, I don't see videos with millions of views. But the thing is that you have to understand about these channels is that they're running a lot of live videos. All right. And basically, what they do is they just seemingly unpublish a lot of them, okay, most of the time. So that's why you see that the number of videos they have is smaller. The number of views on here doesn't justify that 33 million views. Whenever you see the a kind of case like this, you have to understand that these guys are pretty much unpublishing videos and just they don't care about leaving those videos out there. All they care about is to ensure that they don't have an overflow of hundreds and hundreds or if not thousands of videos on their channel. Now that's a pretty cool strategy. Okay, now how can you manage to create content like this? Well, first we'll have to take a example of a video that they created, and I have to teach you pretty much what they're doing essentially. So if we check this video out, this is what is was ASMR videos for sleep. So it's not really there's no copyright here that you could get from Pixabay. So there's not really any copyright issues here. There's no music. Um, and for the most part here, they're playing this on live, and on live you can get paid a bit more. For some videos, live videos of mine, they've shown me that I can get up to 12, 13, $14 for every 1,000 views. So if you get like in this case like 2,200 views, I would probably say they made like $20. And plus, the thing is, if these videos get more, then you can make more. So if you get like 100,000 views, that could be a pretty handsome amount of money. If you get more, then you get paid more. Plus, these guys are running live videos all day long, right? So it's not like they're stopping. Another thing is here they're also cross promoting some of their other videos and also promoting products. So it seems that they have some products that they're selling. Like in this case, these are some affiliate links to Chewy.com, a website that is popular for selling dog gear and dog stuff related to dogs. And then here we have a Walmart. So they're also Walmart affiliates, and that is pretty interesting. Okay, now you also have some other highly successful channels. Now the ones that are super successful are the ones that generally they launch live sessions for the longest time. Okay, so but I mean, if you cannot afford to do this, it's okay. But for the people that launch very long videos, those types of channels actually have more success of getting more and more views. But the bottom line is what as follows. Okay, the bottom line is as follows. It is that this is such an easy niche. Okay, that really doesn't take so much work. Another thing to know For instance, if I check their live sessions right here, notice that just in this moment as we speak, they have how many live sessions that are out there that are launched. So we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. They have nine live videos that are currently started. And now, when the live is there, when you can see the live is starting, you see that there's, for instance, here only 2,000 people watch, 200 people watching. But you have to understand that those 200 people are just what you see. When the live ends, it's going to be much more than that. All right, it's going to be much more than just those amount of people. And here you can see that some of their content that was streamed 1 year ago has like 15 million. This was 1.3 million, 899,000, 799,000. And whenever you see a channel, just to know the health of a channel, okay, just from a tip from an expert, when you see that they're really doing a lot of live videos, you have to know that there's something there. That they're making a bunch of money to the point where they're just ruthless in their pursuit. So that way they're showing a lot of videos at the same time. Okay. So it's not like they're just showing one. They're doing a lot. So if this wasn't working, they just wouldn't be posting that much videos or that many live sessions at once. Now, let me just check one more thing, and then I'll just proceed to the technical part of this tutorial. 180 million views. That is astonishing. Plus, for live videos, you get paid more. And I say more, a lot more than for normal videos. Okay. So I would say at least like a $10 per 1,000 views. So these guys have been making a lot of money. Okay. This niche made them a lot of money. All right. Now, how can you create this? Well, first and foremost, you need to create the initial image. Okay, the initial image that you then will turn into a animated video. Now, based off of that animated video, you can turn it into a GIF, and then you can play a loop sound in the background, a loop non-ending sound in the background, or you can end it whatever you want. If you want the sound to end like a after 1 minute, you can, or 1 hour, you can do that. I'll show you all those tricks that go on. So here I'm using Google Gemini. It's my tool of choice, and it's because it's very powerful. And the tool I'm using is the Nano Banana tool. So I'm going to click on create an image, and then right here I'm going to say create a 16:9 image of a cute, a cute black German shepherd sleeping next to crackling fire inside of a hut in the snow. And it must look realistic. Now, number one, the reason why I went with a German Shepherd and sleeping and crackling fire inside of a hut and not a house, it's because for the most part, that type of content has been really used a lot. So I just want to think outside the box, instead of a house, maybe try a hut. Instead of just rain, maybe try snow, maybe try to change the format every once in a while is actually pretty useful. Because if you're just going to do the same thing as everybody else, then you might as well not do anything, to be honest, because it's just the chances of that succeeding are very, very, very low. Now you can see here that this is actually a lot better than I expected it to be. And now there are other tools that can allow you to generate images, but I like Google Nano Banana for its realism. The images that Nano Banana generates look real. They don't look like they're generated by AI. If you generate an image using like Sora, for example, Sora 2 or Midjourney, these images, they still kind of look a little AI-ish. So in other words, now, in order to complete this tutorial, go to Canva. Okay, so we're going to use Canva for this. And inside of Canva, what you need to do is you need to start a project. Okay, so this project is going to be a 16:9 inches project. And inside of this project, all I want to do is I want to place this image and I want to remove this logo of Nana Banana or Google Gemini, and I also want to upscale the image quality to more than this. I'm just gonna see how much I can upscale the image for, because sometimes you can upscale it at 4 times, sometimes you can upscale an image like more than that. So this is a perfect fit, 16 by 9. It should fit perfectly. Well, not technically perfectly, because I mean it's not going to be 100% perfect, but I managed to fit it like this. Okay. Now here, before upscaling, I'd like to just erase this logo right here. It's a bad look if the logo stays there. All right. I just want to remove it. And then next thing you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click edit again, and then I'm going to image upscale. Now, in terms of the video, it doesn't really matter which software you use to create a video like this. So in my case, I'm going to use Sora because it's for free, or at least you get a bunch of videos for free. I'm not talking about the old version of Sora. I'm not talking about the new version of Sora. I'm talking about the old version of Sora. This allows you to generate videos and to even kind of download them as GIFs. Okay. Now, right here, I'm going to switch to video 16 by 9, and then the quality should be 720. Now, I can do 5 seconds, but let me check if I go for one video. And I can only do 5 seconds, but that's okay. Now, this version of Sora doesn't generate videos with sound, but that's completely okay. I mean, we're not looking for sound. I'll show you how you can just use Pixabay to create a looping sound of crackling fire that you can play the moment you start your live session. Now, this image is just an example. You can create an image of a polar bear sleeping next to a crackling fire, for all I care, or like a grizzly bear sleeping to the crackling fire. It's really up to you. Okay. Now over here, this is kind of the light on this video on image is not really cool, so I'm gonna auto adjust the light, and I'm just gonna download this. I'm just gonna say black dog. All right. So I'm gonna download this as an image. I'm gonna download it at a pretty decent quality, right? High pixels. All right. Now, once you downloaded your image, as I said, there are multiple tools on how you can generate a video. Now let's try first one. First one, and paste it right over here, or you can, as I said, you can upload it. So here you can optionally describe your video if you want to. Now, in order to ensure that they do exactly the animation I want, I'm going to say sleeping dog next to the fireplace. I don't really trust Sora's videos, which is why I'm going to go back to Google Gemini. Now, going back to Google Gemini right here, I'm going to start a new chat. I'm going to select the option to create a video, and then I'm going to go and copy this image. I'm going to paste it right here as a reference. And I'm simply just going to say, now generate an 8-second ASMR video of that dog sleeping, not moving at all, next to a crackling fireplace. It must look awesome. All right. Well, actually, let's just get on with it. Now, I think the Sora video generation works a bit faster than its image generation, which is kind of hilarious to think about it. So let's check this out. Let's check Sora's version. Now, as I said, Sora is not such a very bad option. You can see that at least, we have the fire crackling there. But what I don't like the fact that the camera angle is changing. I don't want the camera angle to change at all, which is why I'm going to go back right here in terms of Google VO3 and Gemini, and I'm going to wait for the video. If I get a video where the camera angle doesn't change at all, then it's okay. If I get a video where the camera angle changes, I'm going to repeat another prompt where I'm going to make it a point for Gemini to understand that I don't want the camera angle to change at all. I want the camera angle to stay fixed. Okay. Now let's just wait. Usually it takes about 1 to 2 minutes for Google Gemini to generate a video. They're using Google View 3. Now, by the way, if you want really perfect Google View 3, it would be better if you use it in labs.google. Okay. Labs.google instead of here, because here you only get 3 videos. You can generate 3 videos only, and per day. You can see that I've used up one credit. Now I have 2 more. Plus, it's not as good as the one on labs.google. I don't know, but I don't know why, but it's just not as good. Okay, trust me. From experience, I've generated a lot of videos, hundreds of videos with VO3. Now here, let me just click this option here and check this out. All right, so it seems good. I don't need to do anything here. It's not like I need to change the camera angle or anything. I don't need to do anything. As a matter of fact, I would not even need to actually utilize Pixabay to download any sound effects whatsoever. Because what I'm going to do right now is actually going to be very easy. So number one, I'm going to drag and drop this particular video on that folder, that 16 by 9. Number two, I'm going to make sure I hide that VO3 logo. So I want you to place this in the middle. And you know that you've placed something in the middle by Canva's standards, because Canva shows you if something is in the middle. You can see those axes are interconnected. Now, once you know that this is in the middle, what you can do is you can just click on the Alt button and you start to scale. And you scale like this, which is a perfect way to scale a video. Now, next thing here, if you want to, you can also auto adjust the color of the video if you wish, which is kind of cool. And if you want, you can just come over here and say, for example, German Shepherd sleeping by the crackling fire inside a hut. Now that is a good title for a live video. And then you can hit the download button. Now over here, I'm not seeking to download this as a video. I'm seeking to download it as a GIF. And I want to download it at a higher quality. And I can just hit the download button. I think I'll still need to, because GIFs don't have sounds, all right? GIFs don't have sounds. So I still will need to show you that trick, that Pixabay trick of the crackling fire. My bad. Now, in order to achieve this trick, first of all, how much do you want to run the live for? Let's say you want to run the live session for 30 minutes, okay? Number one, you go to Pixabay, you search for crackling fire sounds Pixabay. Now, Pixabay is this huge library where you can find a lot of videos, a lot of images, a lot of sound effects. And here, as it seems, we have a crackling fire sound effect for 1 minute, which is perfect. I like it. So I'm going to download it. Okay, so this is only 1 minute. If you want to make it bigger than this, you need to use a video editing software. Okay. Now, actually, we have a loop here. Let me check this out. On the other hand, this loop is much more comforting. So I'm going to download it. And also because it's 3 minutes. All right, I'm going to download this one instead, that 3-minute one. Now, if you want to create a looping sound for 30 minutes that will play for 30 minutes nonstop, you can open CapCut, for example, a video editing software, which I've extensively shown you how to use in this tutorial or in this course. When you open CapCut, you can simply upload a sound and you can multiply it. I'm going to stop it after that. Now you can come over here, click the import button. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and just take that that sound effect, that crackling fire loop. It's 3 minutes. So when I add it right here, I can multiply it. All right, so let me show you how you can multiply it. So if I zoom out, I can click Control C, Control V, Control V, and now because I have three of them, I can copy all three of them like this. Control C, Control V, and now I can copy all these six. Control C, Control V, and now I even have like a 36-minute loop. I'm gonna export this as an image, as a sound, not a video. All right, so I just want to export the audio, not the video, and I'm just gonna call this like looping, crackling SFX. And usually it renders it so fast because this is just a sound file. So it's 34 megabytes. Well, it's gonna take maybe 20 or 30 seconds, but once it renders it and you have your GIF. Now this is the GIF. Usually what you would do when you start the live session, just make sure that this is played on full screen. Right, let me show you. All right, if I go here, and there's an option to play this on full screen. Save as, but there is definitely an option to play this at full screen. All right. Well, let me just see here. Open with photos. But there's definitely an option here for full screen. I mean, once you can find it, then it's perfect. If you play this on full screen, all right, now let me just close this for a second. Now the audio has been exported. Now what you do is, as I said, you just show this part. You can select an area that you want to show on the live video. So you can select this fire, okay? And then in the meantime, while that is running, you can also, play that looping, crackling fire, which is going to play for 36 minutes. And if it stops, and if you want to play it for more, then just bring it back. Bring it back to the beginning. Play for 36 minutes. And while your computer is focusing on streaming this part, the sound is heard in the background. And so therefore, people also will know that will think, okay, well, this is, this is like there's crackling fire. All right. I sure hope that you like this particular tutorial right here. This is how you do it if you want to create this type of ASMR content. Wishing you the best as always, Passive Income Gen Z, and signing.